There is one crucial decision that will make or break your success, and that is where you source your product. This choice alone will impact everything from your delivery times to the actual cost of your product. In this video, I'll be explaining everything that you need to know in order for you to make the best decision for your product. Whether it's China or the United States, I'll be breaking down everything from zero to hero. And we're gonna dive in specifically where most Amazon FBA sellers start, and that is within China. Now, China is known for manufacturing. They are a global giant when it comes to this specifically. With a sprawling ecosystem densely compacted from region to region, you can virtually source any product that you can imagine. Now, one of the main reasons why most people start with China, including myself, is truly because it's more cost effective and allows you to scale up without breaking the bank. And it's all thanks to a variety of manufacturers that's going to allow you to meet your brand's needs. Now, unlike the United States, China became a global hub for supply chain and manufacturing purely because of their extensive manufacturing infrastructure, but also their labor costs. From electronics to textiles, China's equipped with dealing with large-scale manufacturing that transparently no other country can do. This setup not only supports large businesses like those big brands that you know. We're talking Apple, we're talking Nike, L'Oreal, you name it. But it's also a huge incubator for new Amazon FBA sellers like you listening to this video and like me for the past 5 years. And it really comes down to one simple fact. The sheer volume of the amount of suppliers creates competitive prices for us. Because there's so many suppliers, people need to be competitive in order to get my business and your business. And on top of that, like I mentioned, there are literally an abundant amount of suppliers. So if one doesn't work out, you have another option right around the corner. However, the benefits of sourcing from China does come with its fair amount of challenges like any other thing in business. These cheaper costs comes with language barriers, time zone differences, longer shipping times, and unless you find the right supplier, you're gonna get bad quality products as well. Now, language barriers are cultural differences, which often make negotiations a little bit more difficult, daily communication more complicated, and like I mentioned before, the time zone differences make it hard for me, someone that's in PST, communicating in China Standard Time, having to really stay up till 2, 3 in the morning to do my negotiations. And what this ultimately leads to is misunderstandings, misaligned expectations, and unpredictable results on your products. Now, as you can imagine, selling in the United States or even Canada, there is quite a long distance from those countries all the way to China. And what this creates are longer shipping times. Longer shipping times means better inventory management. And in my opinion, that's one of the hardest things in order to succeed on Amazon today. What it can lead to is understocking or overstocking. If you aren't predicting this right off your current velocity, it could put you in a very bad position financially. And with this as well, you wanting to put the urgency on your suppliers to meet, let's say, low stock levels, mean quality could potentially diminish. And at mass scale, transparently, when it comes to quality control, a lot of things can be imperfect from batches to batches. And one of the tips that I can give in order to mitigate the risks related to quality control is to make sure that you're getting consistent inspections. Obviously, I don't have feet in China, so I partner up with a company called Movly. Movly has a team in China that will physically go to the factory to give me an unbiased decision on whether my product quality is good. They give me a pass or a fail, and that gives me the confidence to go pay the rest of my imbalance and get that product moved from China into the United States. Are low costs really worth all of these challenges that you face in China? Ultimately, China offers unbeatable prices, prices that will give you the margins to build a high profit cash flowing business. With that, it demands patience and vigilance in order to manage those longer shipping times, as well as the quality and the control that you have. Now, if you're in North America like myself, you have the option to also source from places like the United States and or Canada. And with these, they have significantly more robust machinery, manufacturing practices, and because of that, their standards are higher, and in other words, you are going to get a better quality product hands down. Now, the standards for manufacturing in North America includes advanced technology and strict regulations to ensure the highest possible quality. North American suppliers have fast and efficient infrastructure for not only processing, but also your production and your distribution. On top of that, their workforce is significantly more skilled. This is especially true in very niche, specialized skill sets. They're able to streamline communication without any language barrier, which leads to clarity and precision directly within your manufacturing and your production. And if you've been a subscriber, you know that I only recommend to sell or at least start selling in the United States. And with that means much shorter shipping times and lead times. Now, as you can imagine, this sounds ideal for pretty much anyone getting better quality and shorter lead times. But as you can imagine, there are challenges with this. And those challenges, they come at a price. Higher standards are going to lead to higher manufacturing prices. Labor costs, materials, and operational expenses are typically higher in the United States compared to China. So what this does is really make a big dent on your overall budget, especially for startups and new sellers like yourself. The other thing to note when it comes to sourcing from the United States is their capabilities. In the United States, you can get a lot of things done, but compared to China, they are limited, definitely. They transparently can't offer the variety of production just due to the limited production lines that they have. Our brand Modern here, this was the first product that we actually sourced from the United States. And the reason why we wanted to make sure that this came from the United States is because this is a product that is a topical. This goes onto your skin. And for that reason, we needed to make sure that people that buy it had trust in the actual quality. With products like Modern, with products that are within the health and the beauty line, things that go onto your skin or things that are ingested, I highly recommend sourcing these from the United States. But things like furniture, electronics, these are things that are the bread and the butter of China. So things like that, I highly recommend sourcing within China. Now, that doesn't limit you to getting furniture, for getting electronics in the United States. But again, it's gonna come at a higher price. You're probably gonna get better quality, but with that higher price, you really gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? What really matters is the amount of profit that you're gonna make. So think of that. Think of your bottom line. That's what should dictate your decision. Now, whatever route that you take, I wanna make this as simple as possible for you. If you're looking to source in China, I've already created a video on how you can leverage Alibaba, which is essentially the Amazon for suppliers in China, and how you can do this the correct way. I'll leave a link on the screen here for you to go ahead and watch that. It gives the best practices that we tell thousands of our students to make the most profit as possible. And if you're someone that may wanna launch a product similar to Modern, this product was found directly on a network called ThomasNet. But in the United States, sometimes it's as simple as searching up on Google, best manufacturers for X product, and you can get a ton of results. The benefits we have here is you actually can pick up the phone and call them without any issues, and it makes your life a little bit easier. It's all about what fits your specific needs, your resources, and your specific demand for the product that you want. Think about what your business can handle and what it needs to thrive. Because it's more than just costs. It's about aligning with your customers' expectations, managing delivering times, and ensuring ultimately that they get a quality product so that they can have a good customer experience. So if you need cost efficiency, larger volumes, and customized products, then China is probably your go-to. On the other hand, if you want something that's a little bit more premium, needs to meet certain health regulations, or simply want to get something to market quickly, then United States is your best bet. This strategic thinking in your business will not only support your current needs, but also it'll pave a path for how you can grow and how you can thrive in this beautiful world that we like to call e-commerce. Now, sourcing is just one of the challenges and one of the steps that you're gonna need to know in order to become a beast on Amazon or just through online commerce in general. Now, I've put together a training, a very strategic detailed training on exactly how our students succeed, the blueprint that is needed to succeed in this crazy world of e-commerce. It's 100% free, and you can click the link in the description in order to go ahead and watch that. So as always, we'll see you in the next video.